Former Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is expected in court today for failing to produce records in a lawsuit against her in the Village. It is over documents she has not handed over as part of a Freedom of Information Act request. A judge previously said Henyard could be fined $1,000 a day if she doesn't give the documents to the plaintiff's lawyer. If Henyard doesn't show up to court today, she could be thrown in jail.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Tiffany Henyard might no longer be serving as the official mayor of the Village of Dalton. And she could also be out as the chair of the Thornton Township Board of Supervisors, which means that oversized, self-appointed super mayor title. Yeah, that might be off the table now too. But let's keep it real, she always be the super mayor in the minds and memories of me. And every single one of you tuned in right now, and at this moment she's teetering on the edge of something major, because not only is she potentially facing daily fines of $1,000, for refusing to release public documents she's legally obligated to provide as an elected official in Illinois. But now she's officially been called to appear in court? This Friday. That's right, the very first Friday in June, she's being ordered to face a judge after blatantly ignoring repeated demands to cooperate. And if she keeps brushing those off, then we're talking about a very real chance she could be found in direct contempt of court. What does that mean in simple terms?
Give me the money. Give me the money, okay?
Tiffany Henyard is no longer the mayor of South Suburban Dalton, but legal cases continue to haunt her. A judge found Henyard in contempt of court for failing to produce records from her time as mayor as required by state transparency laws. There's also a threat of a $1,000 per day fine. A watchdog group sued her. Henyard attended court via Zoom today and claimed she was only the face of the Village and not in charge of record keeping.
It means she could actually be arrested. It means handcuffs. It means jail time. It means the so-called super mayor could finally end up exactly where a whole lot of folks feel she should have been all along, behind bars after all the lies, corruption, and alleged schemes she's been accused of pulling on the people of Dalton, and yep, on the residents of Thornton Township too. Now don't worry, we're about to unpack everything. We're going to walk through it step by step, detail by detail. But first, 29 Toby now. Let's be honest. You probably know way more than you ever expected to about the one and only scandal-stuffed super mayor herself, Tiffany Henyard. I mean, I've already dropped over 30 videos digging into every single controversy she stirred up, and if you need a recap, they're all neatly filed in my super mayor playlist linked in the card above and down in the description. But at the heart of all this drama, one consistent theme: her flat-out refusal to be transparent with how she runs things. And the excuse she's rolling out this time? Oh, it's the same old line she's been recycling forever. That classic, "It wasn't me, Tiffany Henyard. She had nothing to do with it. Completely innocent, didn't see a thing." And if you really want someone to point fingers at, maybe try tracking down some mysterious records clerk no one's ever heard of.
Not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
Because apparently they're the one who caused all this, but come on now, we all know what really happened here. As soon as those financials got pulled under a microscope, folks started asking real questions about all that sketchy spending. And this wasn't pocket change. Tiffany was going wild, maxing out cards for personal travel and passing it off as official business for either the Village of Dalton or Thornton Township. She was shifting money around like it was a street hustle, just one shady transaction after another. Then, when the press finally came knocking, when reporters grilled her about the luxury getaways, the high-end Vegas flights, the expensive steak dinners, what did she do? She defaulted to the same dusty excuse, word for word. Claimed she had no connection whatsoever to the Dalton or Thornton credit cards. Didn't know. Didn't use them? Not her mess. 322 to yes. You heard that right. Tiffany Henyard may no longer be the official mayor of the Village of Dalton. She might also be out as the head of the Thornton Township Board of Supervisors, stripping her of that over-the-top super mayor title. But let's be honest, no matter what her official role is, she always be the super mayor in the minds and memories of those of us watching this circus unfold. And right now, she's standing at the edge of something serious. Not only is she potentially facing daily fines of $1,000 for refusing to hand over public records she's legally obligated to release under Illinois law, but she's also just been ordered to appear in court this Friday, the first Friday of June. After repeatedly refusing to comply, she's been summoned to stand before a judge. No more hiding, no more dodging, and if she keeps refusing, that could mean she's held in physical contempt of court. What does that mean exactly? It means she could actually be arrested. It means she could literally be thrown in jail. It means we might finally see the so-called super mayor right where so many believe she belongs, behind bars after all the deception, mismanagement, and alleged corruption she's been accused of by the people of Dalton and, yes, the residents of Thornton Township too. Now, don't worry, we're about to break all this down, piece by piece. But first, I don't handle anything related to credit cards, she said flat out during a board meeting. I don't deal with that. But wait, aren't some of those charges for her? Nope. She says she never even went to Vegas. What? No comment? You don't even know if you were in Vegas? Of course I do. So were you there or not? Was it paid for by public funds? Did you fly first class to Vegas? Any other questions? Actually, yes. The credit card statements show taxpayer dollars spent at places like Cafe Hollywood and Hot and Juicy Crawfish, both right near the Vegas Strip. So, are you refusing to explain how public money was spent? I just answered that. What? I answered your question. You literally said you wouldn't talk about Vegas, then claimed you answered. So, again, any other questions? We all know this is beyond ridiculous. It's a straight-up lie told directly to the media with a smile. And the truth? The only people who joined her on those trips were her political allies and friends. She often brought township officials or even their spouses, and the trips were funded under her title as mayor of Dalton, but it doesn't stop there. Turns out she was receiving extra pay that no one expected, pushing her total compensation over $300,000. Why? Because she was getting paid extra to travel out of state, even when Dalton had zero legitimate business outside of Illinois. And here's where it gets messy. Local watchdog group sued Tiffany to obtain those records. Just like the press, they demanded answers. But even after being pushed out of office, she's still clinging to those documents like they're classified. And that's a massive issue if anyone expects transparency in local government. Even with a new mayor in charge, the full picture of her spending remains buried. But what little has come out, like in the Lightfoot report and during public hearings, is straight up insane. Dalton trustees were only given scraps about how Super Mayor spent public money, and those scraps alone were disturbing. One of the earliest scandals? A lease she signed for a Chevy Tahoe with a sticker price around $93,000, and the terms, disastrous. The village ended up paying nearly $55,000 just in interest and fees. Tiffany denied it, despite her signature being right there. Dalton trustee called it out. I saw a lease where someone's paying $149,000 for that truck. That's nuts. It's like a teenager buying a car with 27% interest. It makes zero financial sense. And he's not wrong. The numbers are right there. The lease is dated December 27, 2022. Listed price, $93,216.71. Interest and APR, $55,929.49. Total, $149,146.20. Those are hard numbers. Her response? I don't see that. And then she shrugs. You want me to back down? I don't know. And believe it or not, that's not even the craziest thing. Remember the excessive police detail she had? Officers assigned to protect her were allegedly raking in massive overtime, some pulling $12,000. Checks for just 1 2-week pay period. The most outrageous example? An officer clocked 303 hours in 2 weeks. That leaves only 23 hours total to sleep, eat, or do anything else. That's literally not possible, but but that's exactly what was happening under Supermayor's watch. Specifically, Officer Terry Young pulled 303 hours in a 2-week span last May, earning over $13,000. There are only 336 hours in 2 weeks. Unless he was patrolling in his dreams, that math just doesn't work. Now her go-to move? Blame everyone else. She's accused others of corruption, betrayal, and mismanagement. But that line doesn't cut it anymore. The Edgar County watchdogs have had her on their radar for months. They filed a FOIA request back in January 2024, and Tiffany's still pretending she has nothing to do with any of it. Let's be crystal clear. Those credit card records are not going to sit well with the judge. The Cook County judge has ordered her to appear in person, no more Zoom call-ins. This might be her last shot at avoiding the fallout as former mayor and township supervisor. And believe me, watching her try to spin this in court and fail? That's the kind of justice a lot of people have been waiting on, and we're not even done yet. The FBI investigation is still active. There are other criminal probes underway. And the Illinois Attorney General's office is poking around too, meanwhile. Even after Henyard's departure, the village of Dalton is still dealing with the fallout. New Mayor Jason House is now tied up in a legal dispute involving the most well-known man in Dalton, Pope Leo, but we'll save that saga for another day. For now, Supermayor still casts a very long, very crooked shadow. Her signature phrase? That she's just the face of Dalton, a symbol not responsible for any wrongdoing. But let's be honest, that story won't protect her now. And if you think this is the end, think again. She still labels all of this hearsay allegations and false accusations. And she's about to walk into Cook County Court to face a judge who is done playing games, her favorite card to play. That she's just a strong black woman being targeted unfairly. She say things like, "Y'all out here attacking a strong black woman? Shame on you. You brought all these people into the community just to tear them down? Shame on y'all." Honestly, there should be a law mandating her entire legal drama be live-streamed across America. We all deserve to see this go down in real time. And if there's a stream or footage and if she gets held in contempt, you better believe I'll be here to cover every minute of it. But for now, here's where things stand. She's still refusing to hand over the records. She's been summoned to court, this time in person. And if she doesn't comply, jail is next. The fines are stacking up. And after losing that 6-figure salary, it's going to sting. And to top it all off, she's reportedly being evicted from her apartment because apparently she hasn't paid rent either. Now it's on you. What do you think? Is the Supermayor finally going to be held in contempt and thrown behind bars? Or is she going to escape justice yet again? Or maybe you still think this is all just noise? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you're here for the truth. Subscribe for more, follow me on socials, and check the links below to support the channel. This has been your latest update on the Supermayor still dodging accountability, but quickly running out of places to hide.